Hi guys. Oh my gosh. BNB. Ooh. I'm gonna be talking about the rehearsal first, okay? The only thing I really want to say about it was Julius was really trying, He when he came in, he was just like, you know what? We don't have anything to give to these people, okay? This is our daughter's wedding and we have not contributed here. Like, what are we gonna do? And Vivienne was just more like, listen, they're not gonna talk to us about money and they're good people. And I was just like, I understand Julius a little bit because this is your child's wedding and you haven't given her anything, or you want to feel like both families have done something to make it happen, but it's not the case. And I understand him, I really do. But I think that's the part that I like about Julius. Even though it looked like, well, it still looks like he wants to take from the Forresters and from Maya, we can also see that he has values, and he just like, he also wants to give, not just take. But and then oh yeah, that scene with Eric and Maya, okay? And I think Julius asks, so you guys are gonna get a preacher, how it's gonna happen, and who's gonna marry you, basically. And Maya was like, my friend. And Julius was just like, wait a minute, is this like we're playing like we're getting married kind of wedding? Like, what's going on? And Rick was just like, no, it's a real wedding, we're really gonna get married. And Julius was like, California freedom. I was just like, oh my gosh, Julius. It was just too easy. I knew it would happen. At first I thought Allie would be the one saying something like that, like, Steffi, California freedom. Look at you, California freedom. I thought that would be Allie, but didn't happen. But Julius was the right person to do that. I agree. Like, Julius, yes. That was really funny. He cracks me up. Even though he's mean, he makes me laugh. Okay, so then we get to the wedding, okay? And Julius expresses his feelings, okay? He's like, I don't agree. This is like a freak show. Like, Rick is obviously gonna leave Maya at some point, okay? He's rich, handsome, and he's had like two ex-wives. Like, really? Like, he's gonna stay with Maya like forever? No, this is not gonna last. And these people don't see marriage the same way that we do. And I was just like, he was not lying about that. I just feel like it goes, it's not just for Maya. Every woman that's getting married with a Forrester, okay, whether it's Rich, Eric, Rick, you need to understand this marriage might not last, okay? I'm just saying, it might not last. Because, I mean, they've divorced, okay? Even Zende said it himself. Like, I always go to a couple of weddings for the same Forrester, okay? Rick, I don't think I went to 2 of your weddings, okay? Or I went to only 1. I don't know. So it's like, hello. Y'all don't stay married. And as a woman, as a father, he needed to tell his child, are you sure? But that's not what he's doing, obviously. He's talking to his wife and trying to prove his point and say that, what, that kind of life, okay, even though he enjoys the money and the champagne, he never says no to the champagne. Like, never. Never. Even though he enjoys that lifestyle, he also understands that marriage, which is very important to him, marriage and family, is not a value that is important to the Forresters. It doesn't look like it when you see all the divorces and how the families are not always together. The family don't stick together, basically. And if you look at Rich, where is RJ? And at the wedding, who's there? You see Zendaya, you see Nicole. I even saw Carter. I was just like, wait a minute, did I just see Carter? Your ex fiance at your wedding, like, gosh. And he still loves you. I kind of feel like Carter still loves Maya. So I was just like, that's confusing. I don't get it. Some random people. We don't have Thorn there. We don't have Ridge. I know you don't like Ridge, but that's still family. But okay, forget about Ridge. But where's Thorn? Where's Ivy Forrester? Where's John Forrester? Your uncle? No, we got Bridget. Okay, that's nice. Nice to see you, Bridget. And she doesn't even bring Logan, but I guess they don't want to tell us how old Logan is because I don't know, they might just put him in on the show. RJ ain't there. No, like who's there at that wedding? And that wedding, it happened too soon. It was just too soon for a wedding. Like last week we had a funeral. Like, come on, guys. So that's, you decided to have your wedding when your family is supposed to mourn. I mean, not long ago, Brooke was talking about Allie. Oh my God, that's so sad. As if she had a relationship with Allie. And Rick, you didn't say anything about Allie's death. Okay, you felt courageous and you were okay with going to the fashion show and proposing, okay, to Maya, even though you were still married. You were okay with doing that, but standing up at your niece's funeral and say, you know what, I was an ass, forgive me, I am very sorry, all the people that I insulted and hurt, I am very sorry, forgive me. You couldn't say that. Oh no, you're thinking about yourself and how you're gonna get married and you're gonna be happy, live happily ever after. That's all you're thinking about. Like, how selfish. Like, I'm supposed to like that? I'm supposed to feel for Maya and Rick? And Katie made Bill apologize to Maya. That, I was just like, that was too much for me. I couldn't take it. I was just like, Bill, are you whipped? Like, what's going on? That's not the man that I know, okay? He's not supposed to apologize. I don't think he was supposed to apologize. He shouldn't have. I don't see why, okay? Maya put herself in that position where people are going to want to bring her down, okay? If you insult and you're mean to people, they're going to want to bring you down. That's logical. Be nice to people and maybe people are going to be nice to you too, okay? That's how it works, right? So I don't see why apologize. And seriously, when Bill talked to Julius and Vivienne and he said, you know what, you might think that I make many of people's misery, but because of me, your daughter blossomed, okay? Look at where she's at. That's because of me, okay? And I was like, yeah, I kind of agree, because now she feels valuable. She's working at Forrester Creations, and she's needed, okay? She's not, she doesn't have to be worried about getting fired or anything like that. So, yeah, Maya, stop crying in the speech of, you know what, I'm going to forgive Bill because I've learned that keeping the anger inside of me, it's not going to help me. So I'm going to forgive you, Bill. I accept your apology. I was just like, girl, please, okay? Just, girl, please. You got engaged. You're getting married right now. You got a job. You are a star, okay? You having the money and all. So what are you complaining about? Okay, just like Nicole talking to Zendaya the other day, okay? And she's like, you don't understand what it's like to struggle. And I'm just like, who are you talking to? The boy was in Africa, okay? With tons of kids. And when you came in town, Nicole, you had nice clothes on, okay? Like really nice clothes. Zende, that was not his case, okay? He was just wearing whatever he had to wear, okay? He did not pick those clothes. He didn't work, couldn't work because he was a child. I mean, come on. Stop it, okay? Feeling like, oh my God, I had to struggle. Your parents had to struggle. I don't think you've ever worked. Just saying. Okay? That's just me. But I'm just wondering about something. Is Julius abusive? I mean, towards his wife? Because sometimes the way he talks to her, I'm just like, gosh, okay? Hmm, like, has he beaten her up or something? Like, because he looks like he could be really abusive. Like, you better be scared. Shaking your boots. Okay. Um, so, after that, Bill Spencer and Julius had a talk. Um, Vivienne was just like, I can't believe that you didn't excuse Bill Spencer. I was just like, excuse me, but that's Bill Spencer. You don't want to excuse him. You want to make connections out here. This wedding might be a good thing for Julius. You make friends. You talk to people. You try to fit in. That's what he's trying to do. So no, you don't excuse him. You don't try to be mad. And plus, it's hard to disagree with what Bill said. It's really hard. I mean, Maya did put herself in that situation. But I also understand Vivienne because she that spread that cover was damaging to Maya in a way. It could have made her feel really bad. Well, actually, made her feel really mad and bad about herself, and she thought her life was destroyed. Again. So, but that was not the case. Like your daughter is rich, she's about to be rich. Okay, really rich. So Vivian is really trying to convince Julius to accept Maya. She's like, you know what? Now our daughter feels good. Okay, she is in the right body. And she's happy. And look at her, okay? She's successful. She's making money. She's getting married to Rick Forrester. Yes, she's gonna get married to Rick Forrester. And I'm just feeling like I understand what Vivienne is trying to do, but at the same time, it doesn't matter if Maya has money or not, or is getting married to some guy or not. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is she's happy with who she is now, right? So I don't like the message of, you know what, if you make it in this life, if you are rich and getting married to a rich guy, then you know what, it's okay to be who you want to be. Like I didn't like it. I really didn't like that. So yeah, so Julius ain't having it, okay? He's just like, listen, you want me to accept it, but I just can't. And while he's saying all these things, Maya's upstairs, okay? She's like close to the stairs, and she is listening to everything, okay? Every single thing. Every single thing. Every single thing. Ooh. So she is crying, okay? But silently, so nobody knows that she's hearing that stuff. And Julius is just like, you know what? This is just not okay. This is not good. And like I said before, he mentioned the ex-wives and Rick's lifestyle. So, yeah, Maya was upset and she was crying. She went back to her room. She's just, I'm no longer ready. Okay, I'm crying. I don't know what to do. And they're waiting for the bride. Okay, so Julius said his speech. He was just like, you know what, I'm gonna end our son over to a man. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna smile. Okay, I'm gonna give that fake smile. I'm gonna be clapping, and I'm gonna be acting basically. Okay, so I'll do it. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, Maya is in her room crying. Nicole gets upstairs because she's like, girl, it's time to get married. Okay, the clock is ticking. Like, let's go. Maya's just like, I can't, it's okay. And Nicole's just like, okay, well, why? What happened? Like, did Rick say something? Like, what's going on? Like, I thought you were ready here. Like, we need to go. And Maya says, you know what, our father said some pretty mean things. Okay, he can't accept me, and I thought he wanted to try, but he's not trying at all. And I was just like, he is trying. He never said to you that he was okay with who you are. He never said that to you. He said, I will try. That means he's struggling with two ideas. The first one is, you are supposed to be my son, and it's not okay for you to be my daughter now. Like, it ain't okay. Okay, I want my son back. And he has that other part of him that is saying, you know what? I have to accept this. She's making it. Okay, look at the money, look at the fame, look at the husband, look at this family. Okay, I gotta accept it. She's done well. Okay, she's done better than me. She succeeded where I failed. I need to accept her, and I want to be part of her life, because you know what? I'm struggling here. Like, I ain't trying to be broke no more. Okay, when my daughter is rich like that. So he's struggling with those two ideas, and he doesn't know. He's trying. He's trying, but maybe not succeeding. Okay, trying doesn't mean that I'm gonna accept you, or trying doesn't mean that I will never accept you. Trying means that I'm trying to get there. I want to get there. I just don't know if I'm gonna get there. So Maya, he did not lie to you, okay? He did not lie to you. You just didn't want to prepare yourself for the worst, okay? You really wanted to believe that this was going to happen. You were going to have your whole family together, and it was going to be okay. Now, Nicole asked, what do you want to do? Do you want to call off the wedding? And Maya's just like, no, baby, I ain't doing that, okay? Like, I'm dressed, and I want to go to my prince, okay? And his money, okay? And the cash and the champagne. No, okay. I'm doing too much here, but she did not call off the wedding. But what I feel she should have done was, she should have called her father up, or she should have just kicked her father out. I would have been like, dude, I know how you feel. You're not walking me down the aisle. Sorry, boo. You out. Goodbye. I don't need this. Okay, you're not bringing me happiness. You're not making me feel joy. I'm already anxious. This is a wedding. I don't need the extra stress. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. Go away. Leave. You're not a part of my wedding. You don't need to be a part of my life. Goodbye. You don't waste your time. Okay, but Maya did not do that. She went down the stairs, da-dum, 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 da-dum. And she's so happy to see Rick, and Rick's so happy to see her. But then, you know, her parents are next to her, so she's like, okay, I'm gonna need to take my father's arm and be happy. Okay, my mama's arm. So she's walking with them, and at some point Vivienne stays behind. And you see Maya being like, oh my God, this man is bringing me to the, oh my God, he's going to end me over to Rick. But I know that he's not for my marriage. He's not happy for me, and everything that he's doing, it's fake. It's, ugh. But she's like, okay, I'm going to pretend. I'm going to pretend. So then we have, what's his name? Nick, okay? And he is, talking about how both families came together, okay, to for this wedding, and that Julius and Vivienne gave away Maya to Rick, and Eric says, okay, Brooke and I were giving away our son to Maya, whatever. So Maya's just feeling like, oh my God, this is so fake. I don't want to hear about how my father and my mom accept me when I know it's a lie, and I just don't want to go through this. So she stops the wedding, and she's like, boop, boop, before I do this, I need to talk to my daddy, okay? And I was just like, why? Just why? Kick him out. Get it over with. You don't need to talk to him. Deal with him later. Why waste your time? Why? Don't do it. Just don't, girl. Like, you didn't need to do that. That was a waste of your time. And I mean, come on. Come on. Is he that important to you? I get it, you know, but he hasn't been in your life for a good 10 years, okay? So just for that day, let him go for that day, okay? And then later on, you can talk to him. You can invite him to the reception, okay? Like, you want to drink champagne with us? Go ahead. Like, come here, daddy. But at the wedding, no, just let it go. And seriously, I feel like if Maya and Rick had waited for their wedding, it might have been good for them, okay? It was too soon to have a wedding. You couldn't wait, and I don't see why. I don't understand why, okay? I really don't. You went through a funeral. You don't know if your father can accept you, Maya. Maya, you don't know how your family feels, and you're thinking that your mom doesn't agree with your dad. It's okay, but you couldn't get that from the conversation that they had, okay? Because Julius was doing most of the talking. Vivienne was just saying, shut your mouth, just shut up, because you know what, people can't hear you. You don't want people to show up and be like, what are you guys talking about? Like, what's going on? You're in somebody else's house and you just talking about the bride here. Like, you don't want to do that. And plus, that's your daughter, and you don't want, like, I don't know, but it's fine. They are having their wedding, and I think it's gonna happen. Maybe it's gonna happen Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, but I really don't feel sorry for Maya. I really don't. I really don't. That's what happened when you're so focused on yourself and not others. Okay, it's good that you want to do right by your community and you want to help, but you haven't been a good person to those around you. Okay, to your family members. Well, that they were not your family members, but to the people that you were working with, your co-workers, your in-laws. You were not really good to them. Okay, Allie, Ivy, and none of you are apologizing. I mean, that's just nasty. And you want to talk about how you don't keep anger inside of you. Yeah, you don't keep anger because you got the money. You got the money now, okay? I will never forget what you told Ivy, okay? You can afford to have integrity. That's what you said to her, okay? So when you lose the money, what's going to happen? Okay, if you're not with Rick anymore, what's going to happen? If you broke again, what's going to happen? I mean, for me, Maya, with that one statement, that sentence, I was just like, I'm done with her. Like, there's no way I can ever like a person like that. But you know what? B&B is working hard for me to like Maya and Rick. So maybe in a couple of years I will forget about how Maya used to be a mean bitch, okay? And how Rick was just a no good man, okay? Maybe I will forget about that. So guys, that was it for B&B. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.